Hi, my name is Julie and I'm from Active Life. And today I want to thank you for joining me in this beautiful setting. We're outdoors because there's a pandemic going on, and so we're trying to do some exercise videos in some areas that would bring inspiration to you. So welcome to this beautiful setting. And if you hear little birds in the background, that's part of the beauty of it. So today we're going to be working on bladder control. So the name of this class, Build Better Control, is all about having tight pelvic floor muscles to help control urges and frequency of urination. So this is a very common problem for people as they age, and so don't feel like you're abnormal or anything like that. If you're joining us today, this is a very important topic. The other thing I'd like to talk to you about is the fact that people who have urgency and frequency of urination often fall more often than people who don't. So being a very high risk for falling because often you're running to the bathroom or you are getting up often at night, and also more injuries with falling because when you get to the bathroom, you might be wet, you might be uncomfortable, you don't walk normally, as well as when you fall in the bathroom, there's mostly hard surfaces, and so that's also a risk. So today, I'm going to go through a series of exercises with you to help with bladder control. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to start just sitting in a regular chair, and I want you to start. We're going to start by calming down the nervous system. And you do that by gently rubbing your hands together. So create a warmth within your hands. And imagine your warm hands next to a fire or next to a wood-burning stove or something warm and toasty. Imagine your whole body being warmed up by the sunshine. So we're just going to feel that warmth in our hands and continue stimulating those hands to calm the entire nervous system down. Beautiful. We want to do that for about a minute. About a minute, we're just going to relax and talk about nothing but warm, good, calming thoughts. Sunshine and nice breezes and toasty fires and comfy clothes. Beautiful. The next step in calming down the nervous system starts with breathing. So I want you to put your hands on your tummy. As you take a big breath in, I want you to feel your stomach expand. And as you let it out, that stomach could flatten and just kind of go loose again. Big breath in. And let it out. Keep going with those while I talk to you about it. That's called diaphragmatic breathing. Another one, big breath in. Feel that stomach expand. Keep going. What's happening is your diaphragm is going down as your lungs fill up. It kind of pulls down as your lungs fill up, and it helps your lungs take a bigger, deeper breath. It also pushes down into your abdominal cavity, which pushes it out. And then as you exhale, that diaphragm, which is the muscle right at the bottom of your lungs, goes back up and helps you exhale fully. And that's why your stomach then can compress and everything goes back to where it normally is. Let's do another one of those. Excellent, excellent. All right, so we're going to start off by doing some exercises today that are going to do a couple different things. We're going to be working on the pelvic floor as well as what we call the accessory muscles around the pelvic floor. And I'll be talking about those as we go. The first exercise we're going to do is called hip adduction. So that means bringing the hips together. So there's a couple ways that you can do this. You can use your hand and place it between your knees, or two hands if that works. Some people have bony hands or arthritis, and that might not feel good. Feel free to use like a folded, a rolled up towel, folded pillow, something like that is fine. I'm going to just use my hands, but you can use anything that works for you. What this does, we're going to put that barrier here so we have something to squeeze against. And we're going to squeeze in somewhat hard to hard intensity of a squeeze and hold it for 10 seconds. And we're going to repeat that about 5 or 10 times. I want you to be able to do these on your own. The more you do, the better you're going to get. And the beautiful thing about most of these exercises, you do them every other day, ongoing. About 80% of the people who do these exercises regularly at the intensity that I'm going to be talking to you about have improved bladder control. Either decreased number of times they need to use the bathroom, or decreased times that they get up at night, or decreased urgency to go so they don't feel like they got to run to the bathroom so much. All right, let's squeeze again. Squeeze those legs together. So I'm pushing my legs in, and I'm pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing for 10 full seconds, and then release. When I do that, I should feel that it's a hard contraction or a somewhat hard contraction. If it's not, you're not doing it enough. And it doesn't work unless you work hard. It doesn't change your muscles unless you put forth the effort. That's why you have to go to somewhat hard to a hard intensity. So we'll do it again. Push. Beautiful. Now, if you haven't done these before, you may have some muscle soreness in your inner thighs tomorrow. Completely normal. Don't worry about it. It usually goes away in a day or two, and that's the way muscles build strength, is that they do have a little delayed onset muscle soreness. Drink lots of fluids. It'll get better in a couple days, and then restart your exercising. Let's do it again. Push in, squeeze together. Squeeze 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. We'll go again. Squeeze, somewhat hard to hard. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. All right. The next exercise that we're going to do is called Kegels. Most people have heard of Kegels. So it's really hard to see somebody else doing a Kegel exercise. The reason is it's all inside. So what you're going to do is you're going to pretend that you are urinating, or feel like you're going to pass gas, and I want you to stop it. So what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze those muscles that you use to stop the flow of urine. And you hold for 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you feel them kind of quivering, like they're not quite kicking in, that's normal. We're going to keep trying again and trying again. And we're going to build up stamina to feel like we really stop those muscles from being relaxed. We're just really going to tighten them and hold them tight for another 10 seconds. Ready? Squeeze inside. Stop the urine from flowing. Stop from passing gas. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So the way the bladder works is that normally the bladder itself, it's like a balloon, and the muscles that hold it have elasticity in it. The pelvic floor underneath is in a relaxed state. When that pelvic floor needs to open up to release the urine, it needs to have the strength to do that, or the strength to hold it. So we're working on those muscles that keep the urine from only coming out when you want it to. So that's what the pelvic floor does. It also holds reproductive organs and kind of keeps things in place. So this will also help you just maintain everything in a good spot. So Sitting up nice and tall, pretend that you're squeezing to shut off the urine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Do it again. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. 3 more times. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. When you're doing this, make sure you're not like bearing down as if you're having a bowel movement. That's the wrong thing. You're not just squeezing your buttocks together. You're not just tightening your abs. It's really deep down inside. Like squeeze. Okay, so it's like like your clamp on a hose. So think of it like that. So squeeze that hose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. 2 more. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And last one. Squeeze it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. All right. Next, quick flicks. So quick flicks are a little bit different. There's fast twitch muscles and slow twitch muscles in your body. And the ones that are always contracting and always kind of being firm and supportive of that pelvic floor, those are your slow twitch muscles. Those are your posture muscles, the ones that are kind of always in use. Fast twitch muscles are the ones that we need for explosive activity. So imagine you're like, all of a sudden you gotta go, you need a fast reaction. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice those quick flicks. And so it's basically the same thing we just did, but it's a quick. So what you're basically doing is shutting out the flow of urine really quickly. Relax. Shutting it out really quickly. Relax. Shutting off. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. All right. And those and the Kegels and all of these, really, you can do a lot of them because of their internal organs. They don't have the same recovery needs as some of your arm and leg muscles. And so these are really good ones to doing when you're watching TV on commercial breaks, if you're driving in the car at any stoplights you stop at. So Kegels and the quick flicks, those can be done all the time. Okay, so there's another one that if you are in a live class, and I'm not going to have you do it here, but it has bands on the ankles. If you want additional exercises, I'm going to recommend you talk to your community life director, your wellness team. They can teach you on how to put bands around your ankle, and that's a rotation of your hip in and out with the resistance, depending on which way you're doing it, a resistance around your ankle with a band. Doing those helps your hips stay strong, and those are secondary muscles to your pelvic floor. So if you're live and have access to a wellness expert, please reach out to them if you would like additional exercises. But next I want to talk about sit to stand exercises. Now, this is another really, really important one for so many different reasons. So sit to stand is probably one you're familiar with. It's one that people do in exercise classes a lot. Or if you've ever been tested for your balance, it's basically from a seated position, it's standing up 5 times. And so that exercise, when done properly, can help strengthen the pelvic floor. So this is another super cool one because every time you stand up and sit down, you can be working on those muscles and nobody knows, but it helps you. So I'm going to show you a few different ways to do that one because there's 2 important pieces of this exercise. Number 1, that you do it so that it's hard enough that it's going to make a difference for you. Because again, you have to work hard if you expect there to be change. And number 2, You have to increase the difficulty over time as you get stronger. So this exercise is really good for balance, really good for mobility, and really good for bladder control. So do this one all the time. And so let's start. I'm going to back up a little bit so my head doesn't get cut off the screen. I'm going to turn to the side a little bit so you can see. So if you had a regular chair with regular arms on it, that would be nice, but I don't have that, so we're compromising here. So the easiest way to do this exercise is by putting your hands here and using both hands to help you stand up. You can also put some cushions under your chair to elevate you a little bit. That also helps. And then the easiest way is to use your hands to help you sit back down. So if you're just beginning, that is a good starting spot. Scooch to the edge of your chair, put your both hands on, and again, push to stand up, and then reach back and lower yourself gently back to your chair. Once you've mastered that, or maybe you're already beyond that, great. The next way would be one hand. Maybe you don't need both hands, so just one hand up, one hand down. Sometimes sitting down is harder than getting up if you're going slow. So you might use two hands. Either it depends on you, but two hands to get up, one hand to go back down, or one hand to get up and then two to go back down. Whatever you feel safer with. I really don't want you to fall, so that's important. But that's one way to start making it a little bit more difficult, by not using both hands. Now the next way would be not using either hand. So getting up without using hands and sitting back down without using hands. Now, you may already be able to do that, or once you get to that point, the next way to make it harder is by putting one leg out in front and basically using just one leg to stand up. And again, keeping that leg out in front and slowly lowering yourself. And then you could alternate. One leg up, one leg down. Otherwise, crossing your hands. You saw my hands on my legs. That can be a little bit of more stability. Make it a little bit harder. Hands across the chest. One leg, one leg. Now, if you're already there and can do that very controlled and very steady, lift that leg up and just stand up with one leg. Now, you could also start doing that with your hands too to get better. And I can feel that. I can feel that in my gluteus and all along the back of my thigh. So as you go, one leg out, just a little bit of guidance and a little bit of stability if you want to hang on, and then lower. Now, that is how you increase difficulty as you progress and get better. So that's what's really important. So figure out where you need to be at, and then progress to that next level as you get stronger. Now, let's add in a little pelvic floor exercise as you do that. So, as you go from sitting down to standing up, I want you to think about those same Kegel exercises and squeeze in, and so your butt kind of clenches together, and then squeeze as you lower and relax. So that's what you can do anytime you want to help you continue to get stronger. So squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Squeeze and squeeze. So all of those muscles around this area, and it'll give you nice firmness too. So it's good, like I said, good for your balance, it's good for your mobility, getting in and out of cars, getting in and out of bed, getting in and out of the shower. Really good exercise and gives you better bladder control. So I really, really like that one. All right, now we're going to do a couple standing ones. The first one is called a plie. Just a basic plie. The word comes from ballet. So you'll have your chair next to you, and you put your feet at a 90-degree angle. So they are like that. And then you want to, again, squeeze, keep nice and tight throughout this area here, and hang on, and go down, and then squeeze and bring it back up. Relax as you go down, Squeeze. That's 2, 3. You want to act like there is a wall in front of you, 4, and a wall behind you, 5, and you're not allowed to touch them, 6, so you are squished, which means you have to have really good posture, 7, so straight up and down, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. All right. So I'm just going to check my notes. All right. So the next one is doing this with more of a focus on the Kegel part of it. So it's called a plie with a Kegel. So we're just kind of keeping this tight before, and now I want you to think about just relax as you go down, and as you come up, tighten those insides like you're stopping the flow of urine again. And down and relax, and put the clamp on. Squeeze those insides and relax, and back up with the Kegel. Beautiful. Then up with the Kegel. Beautiful. That's 4. Squeeze insides. 5, 6, and it's not just squeezing your buttocks, it's really thinking about putting that clamp on that flow of urine. And mind you, this works for men and women. It does not matter. Good exercises for both. All right, 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Excellent. So the other great thing about this one is you can do it as standing while you're brushing your teeth in the morning. Hang on to the counter and do some plies. Brushing your teeth at night. You can do it all, making coffee in the morning. So there's a lot of opportunities to do a lot of these exercises on a regular basis as part of your daily routine. Or you can always go to the class, watch on TV. If you want a list of the exercises and a description of them and some pictures, please see your community life director. They have a self-guided learning that you can use to pretty much follow the same class. There's a couple variations, but there's all of the exercises very, very similar. Well, let's calm down, cool back down again. I want you to go ahead and put your hands on your belly, and we're just going to finish up with some of that rhythmic breathing again. So big breath in. And exhale. We're just going to do 5 of them. Feel that belly go out. And in. 3. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. You did it. Thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope it continues to go well for you and you do these on a regular basis and really feel the benefits. Thank you so much.